Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's good morning some places, it's afternoon some places, it's good evening some places, and it's good another day, Wednesday some places. Throughout the world, we have different time zone, different timing at everywhere. So each person see their timing different timing. So wherever of the world you are, accept in the greetings wherever, whatever time your clock is saying. Welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome. Today we are just having some discussion, a little talk. Come, let us have a reasoning. We are in serious situation, serious condition. We need to reason. Some will not, and some will. Okay? To those that are outside of my time zone, I welcome you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. These are the days. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for coming. Welcome. You do not used to a day live, but according to situation, I may have to have some lives in the day instead of the night. Okay? It's a switch and switch and switch and continue switching until things is being leveled. All right? Yes. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're not in the kitchen this afternoon, which this is the time you used to me to be in the kitchen. But we have switched it a little around. One day kitchen and another day out of the kitchen. Hi Tim, how are you? Is it Tin or Tinny? Or Tiny? Which one? Hello, welcome, welcome to the live. And your comment section is where you participate. In the comment section, participate right there. Participate respectfully. Participate respectfully. We begged of that because sometimes persons are hurt because of persons, of other persons. So we don't want to hurt anyone. We want to be a people, to stay as a people, respectful of each and everyone. And if we don't practice that, then we don't have a message sending on to those that are coming after us or to those that are around us, that look at us, that listen to us, and of course, some of them emulate the pattern of things that we put out there. Okay? So when I ask for this, we are civilized human, and we have to be doing for our children, grandchildren, our friends and neighbor outside of our close circle, because you have been watched and listened to wide and far. All right? Yes. So welcome, welcome, welcome. LWA, where are you? Oh, well, Daniel, things are waiting for you. All right, no problem. So for those that are coming in, accept my welcome. For those that have just subscribed to the channel, thank you very much. And much appreciation. Thank you. Now, it's a long time I haven't done any live, and we have gone through September without shouting out many people that were celebrating their birthday in the month of September. So I take that time to shout you out. If your birthday is already gone, I wish you a real bright and prosperous birthday. Somebody that was very close to me, she is in the end of September. She is one of my moderator, but you hardly see her. She has celebrated her birthday, and she is growing. She is going from chapter to chapter. Okay? So, sweetie, whatever chapter your age is today, I need you, not today, it's yesterday, I needed to read that chapter of the Bible and see the message that is being sent out to you. Okay? And I hope you enjoy yourself. I'm sure you are at work now or getting ready to go to work, but enjoy yourself as much because you only have one life to live. And you can only live it here on top of the earth and enjoy it. Welcome to those that are coming in. So for those that are tomorrow will be the first day of October. We are getting closer to the end of the year. And in the scripture called October, what's the name of October in the Bible? I remember some of the names of the month in the Bible that the Bible has given. Men have changed it and give it their own thing. I remember that April is Abib, you know. I forget what October is, but I'll get that one of the time. For those that are born in October, skip around. You remember you going to school, I hear that. Those that are born in October, skip around. So those that are born in October, skip around. Tomorrow is your birthday. Enjoy your birthday. And be serious on your birthday. Be serious on the age that you reach. Be serious because you have not get there because of you want to get there, but you get there because God himself have given you the chances. Many things could have happened, but you are here to see the goodness of God. Getting to your birthday, it's one that you flip the script all over again and you started to look where you have faltered, what you could have done better, where you are going, and how you're going to get there. Birthday is a reflection. Reflection, especially, I'm not talking about the little children. I am talking when you reach from your touch your teens going up. In teens, you will see your birthday. Oh, yeah, I have more friends. I'll go partying. I'll go this. I'll go that. I will do this. It is a reflection. And as you go through your years, you are reflecting on yourself. You're reflecting on what you are going to do, how you're going to get it done. It's reflecting and it's a thanksgiving. You give God thanks for life. Okay, no problem. Right? You give God thanks for life. You give him thanks for everything that surrounds you, even if it is problem. Because sometimes out of go out of evil, present good. And if you had not gone through a problem, you would not have known some of the things that you know. So it's a time of reflection. It's a moving up time. Your hairs and your age do not reverse. It keep going forward. 10 today, 20 tomorrow, 30 the other day, 40 the other day, and before you know it, life gives you to live until you're 90. You start to turn around and look. Oh my God, I remember when I was 20. Jude, Jude, let me call this Jude first because I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce the first name properly. So let me say Jude, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. So enjoy your birthday. Set your goal. Go for it. Throw your cap over the wall and go for it. Nothing come easy. Studying is not easy. Even if you decided to do robbery, it's not easy. You got to plan it and execute it properly. So nothing is easy in life. Not even to true. You have to do it 32 times, so it's not easy. So there's nothing that easy. But enjoy your birthday. And for those it is coming, have a wonderful and a beautiful day, time of the year. All right? My topic, as you saw, I put there clinical depression. And not only depression with yourself and with what goes on internally, but externally. There is so many things that is so happening this day that it is hard to fathom, but it is easy to fathom. If we follow the time, it won't be hard for us to fathom where we are and where we are going. A lot of persons been squealing, a lot of persons been saying a lot of things. This is coming, what are you gonna do? One thing I can say, Egypt used to plant corn. In the days of famine, persons took their camel and their containers and went to purchase corn. Why? It's famine. Corn is one of the most durable food. It can preserve up to many, many years. Grains, gungo peas, bean, and things like those. They will grow weevil, but corn endure a long time. So let me say to you, for those that have land to plant, start planting. Start planting yesterday. Follow the season of the year and put in your crops. Fill your barn. Dry your corn and fill your barn because you may have to feed a lot of people in your close by community and far. Yes. Things is getting to the momentum. The pot is boiling. Some is in surprise. But for many of us who scripturally read our Bible, see what Revelation have said, see leading up to Revelation, we will see and we will know. When the leaders of the world gather together, And I left that part right there. I'll get back to it. Now, just the other day, well, it's not only just the other day, there was some times ago, I saw this young lady on the net. What's her name? And she was timely expressing herself, how she felt about herself. And I listened to her, and I was saying to myself, sometimes we get ourselves into some situations, but it's not everything that glitters is gold. And I listened to her until I haven't heard about this young lady in a while. I watched her pageant right up to the time when she ran for Miss World pageant. Nice young girl at the time. I can't forget how she answers her questions and things. Now we look at life and we look at human being. Every human being, mechanically makeup is different. We are all not the same. We are not think the same way. As much as the saying said, wise men, fool think alike. Wise men differs. I don't know how much that saying can serve. Because guess what? Wise men think alike too. And they think one thing. Rich men think alike. And they're thinking based one thing. So the saying that says, fool thinks alike, wise men differs, I can't see it. In my little mind and brain and self, I don't see it. The man with power think only power. Great, powerful, money, riches, you name it. That's how they think. And they all think the same way. Back to this young lady that has took her life the other day by the neck. Many persons have been successful in life. Many persons have reaped success. And reaping success, most persons cannot deal with success successfully. Many persons can't. Some go crazy. It's always that persons pray and ask, Lord, let me be a rich person. And they ask for all kind of things. Let me win the lotto. Lord, let me, and they ask for all the things that would have allowed them to be independent, to be free, to be all that they want in life. Yet, when it do happen, the same person said, no, it's not me. No, 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 not me. Not. You have just asked for it. And it handed out to you. And I've seen a lot of that. Yeah. A lot of persons get certain things and they went AY. I have a nephew who wanted so much to be a doctor. And he studied and he studied and he put himself there. He have never been able to put a stethoscope around his neck and put on his gown and walk through from ward to ward and said, I am Dr. So and so. He took sick. And his diagnosis was so much pressure that he has put on his brain. He studied too hard. He studied too much. And it have thrown him into a place where he never gets out of. Young guy, and he passed away. I've listened to this young lady at the time when I heard her. Seeing her passing on the situation and condition in which she passed, I was a bit taken back, and I listened to every person that speaks. So each time when I went on the net, there's somebody speaking about her. It is something to be spoke about. I heard one vlogger, which is what? Dancehall, what's his name again? Dancehall something. He said the lady was complaining and everybody run with mix-up story. But they never run with her story and said, let us get help for her. Because that was not interesting to other people. What interests other person were to be seen into a mixture of different colors and different tastes. But I say differently. When I listened to one of what she was talking about, maybe not long before she did the unthinkable, and what she was saying was exactly what I was thinking, if that was the problem. She has been successfully, she walked the runway, she poised, she do everything, and that was a plus for her. But afterward, she got herself in so many different things. She went to the point where she said, I am going to commit myself to the Lord. I want to go to church. This is where some of the time we make the greatest mistake of our life. She's going to church. And I listened intently to what she was saying. She dropped everything because, of course, she had her gentleman friend. Don't know if he's gentle, I said so. And all of what she was going through. When she went in the church, she did not name the church she went in because she said she didn't want to name the church. but she have bumped into the demons of hell, according to how she explained. She says she dropped boyfriend, she dropped everything that she think would have prevented her from going in through the pearly gate. When she reached in the church, she realized she have tied up someplace. Where it all started again, right in the church. Right there in the church. She did not name the things item by item, but she said the things that they have done to her. I think she despised her own self. And if they can do this to me in the church, then why not go and pick up the things that I have put aside and continue? And so she did. She said she went back to everything that she put down. She was going through her depression. Let we said that the depression was mild at first. And all of what was happening to her out there in our workplace, because she mentioned her workplace. What was happening to her in her workplace. All of this resonates on the mind. These are things she's thinking about. So if I run in the church, I will find solace there. And so she did. She did not name the things item by item. But it was not hard for you to understand what she was saying. There was this one certain man in the church who she said she don't know, but she was so afraid of him. It's as if she was looking at the devil himself in human form. And she'd go on until she was drawn to him. And she said, let me try him out. And I guess his charm over get her. She said, what you have done to her was not anything that you should be writing about. So if this can happen in the church, and if all of this can happen, why not pick it up back and continue where I left off? And that's what she did. She could not have understand what was happening in her own life. This was not a mindset. This was not something she sit down and said, okay, no. So she's trying to get away from certain things, and she land up into the place where they call the house of God, only to meet up and worse situation. So, I King White, welcome. Oh, Willie, King Willie, welcome. Okay, since you're a real Jesus Christ, okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Just stay put. Okay, good. She went and she met with are demons right there. And so she started all over again. What must I do? I am running from here and I am running to there, and there is no better. One of the things I think though, and I asked the question, was there any, because she's a young lady, was all her two parents not in this world? Wasn't there any sisters and brothers? Was there any relative close? Sometimes you can't even say um, triple crown truth. Sometimes you can't even say to the church because that was where she went. And it wasn't any better. Our body went under so much disgusting things. And let me tell you, pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before the fall. Sometimes pride kept us that we can handle the thing ourselves. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do that. But pride sometimes allow you not to say anything to anybody. Well, she was saying, because she was speaking to the wider world. She was speaking to the net for all who heard her. But that's the net. That's the net. Who was close to her in the spider web? Who did she speak with? Those that she trusted so much, those are the ones that let her down. Until she get to the point of a clinical depression, a severe part of it. There is nowhere for me to go. Where must I run? Who am I hiding from? How can I hide? And this is what happened to this young lady. There was so much on her plate. And most of the time, I did a live like this before. I said, the untamable tongue that is in our mouth destroyed people. It brings you to the point that you are afraid of even your own self. Many people, when you go to the therapist, they are not talking. They sit and allow you to talk, and you talk, and you are downloading, and you're freeing yourself. I recommend music to everybody. Music. And I am not talking about noise. I am talking about music. I am talking about you listen calmly, soothing, not only Christian songs, because you have some persons who will say, this is my... Yes, I know. Certainly know that. Good. Right? Music is a tool that snaps you out of certain things. Music. When King Saul wanted to destroy David, what did David use to calm that spirit? Music. And all my children, one of my first or third thing in life I introduce to them is music, instrument. I get them to play the guitar. I get them because guess what? If you are going through certain things, out of this, you even make a song. You pick up your keyboard and you start banging away on it. Music. Of all what they are giving for depression, music. It is sad that this young lady have reached to the point where there was no turning back. She's hearing voices speaking to her, and there wasn't anything that she could have done. Now, if she stays like me and pick up 2 songs and start to sing, voices disappear. It is sad that she have depart this world the way it happened. But most of what happened to her rests on the mind and in the conscience of people. Because nobody do not just get up and go into depression just out of nowhere and out of nothing. Depression just don't come just so. Something have to happen to throw you in depression. A lot of people been squealing, oh my God, and everybody will have their piece to say. A bright face do not mean it's a bright mind. It's not everybody that crosses the road and the vehicle don't hit them or in. Some persons cannot take the simplest of things. We would have said they have light brain. Their mind is light. Some person just learned of something and it triggers them. My aunt passed away. My aunt had got mental because when she learned the man who she have a child with have a child with her sister. And that blew her top. None out of the sisters knew that this was happening. So Miss Faulkner, as her name said, right? She had troubled, she has problem in her workplace, out of her workplace, and of course, she chased into the one safe haven which was where the devil sits, waiting for her. Yeah? But many a times, okay, sir, okay, many a times, sometimes the very closest persons to you, and people are afraid of this. Going one on one to somebody, and by the time you said A to them, instead of the situation is better, it is worse. They only make it worse. You understand? So, these are some things that we have to take into consideration about ourselves, about our loved one. Each person come out and said mental health is real. Of course it is damn well real. But some persons drives you to the curve more than even the problem you have. And if it is so, some of these things happen, you wonder what help would you be seeking sometimes from some persons. Most of the time, your close relative do not even pay attention because your laugh is not going to be the same laugh. No. When you are going through pressure and depression, your very laugh changes. And some person don't even look at it that way. But they look at the withdrawal, some of them. Some say, okay, because the man left you. Excuse me. But this young lady, don't matter what we are going to say, bye, it is not going to change the price of bread. Because she's already gone. The damage is already done. But it should be a wake-up call in her home and to all the person that was listening to her. Because she did a lot of I don't think it's a live. She just came on and she speaks. It should be a wake-up call. And church and churches, for those who claim they are God sent, many people lives have been damaged through church. Many who are in the church house is responsible for most of the damage most of the time. And I can say why I say this. There was this young lady. She was only 13 years old. When she tried to find somebody to speak with, who you think she were complaining about? The pastor of the church. She went to her mother to open up, and she could not get the word in that she wanted to say to the mother. Because we mothers and fathers, We trusted the pastor in the church more than trusted you that are in your home. The pastor slicked a note. Wait for me until church is over. Don't leave us yet. Mhm. What is it, Pastor want? No. So she stayed back. And when she stayed back, she was called in his vestry because I want to talk to you about so and so. And the talk to was his hand crawling up under her clothes. Now she can't even say she's not going to church because guess what? Mother is so strict. You got to go to church. Why you want to stay home? Ew. While this child, when she came and complained to me, she looked at me like a big sister. I couldn't even process the things. I couldn't process, I couldn't know at hearing it at first. I'm asking where the hell I am. Am I still here on earth? Where am I? This was a young little girl. And you took it to the hierarchy of the church. And they said, okay, we will deal with it. It's okay. And the condition continues. Okay. So, I don't know the meaning of condolence or condolence. So I don't even say it. But I ask that her parents, her relatives, those close friends and close loved ones be strong. And this is a lesson to everyone in her age group and out of her age group. Be strong. Prayer without action is dead. Bible tell you that. So telling her go and pray a little harder without any action behind it. No. Faith without prayer without faith is dead. Faith without prayer is dead. So you are going to say, go and pray, go and pray. There are times when God prepare his soldiers to go head on. He never tell them to go and go pray. Take up your sword. But it's only a pity that some persons, especially women, they took things on a soft side. We need some roughneck woman. And we not talk about roughneck woman that is going to be choosing the colors of material that does not say anything and don't do anything and cost them. Okay, you're back. The people have just really tried to play the games just now. Anyhow, that is with Miss um my Miss partner, my Tati, what's her name? She have already gone, and in her mind and her thinking, the fight is over, the battle is done, the war is. It is better for me to get out of this life than stay in this life. And as it is, it would be better if you really put up the fight. But it have overcame, it has really get you under. And so you have departed this world. Parents, loved ones, close relatives, and friends, just be strong. Many times we said, if we had attention to our, we would have noticed of the things. The things we, you use a sign for different things. Or maybe she don't feel good. Sometimes it's not a person that is out speaking or on the internet, but to get one to one. And again, sometimes they get one to one with their relatives, and it came off a different way. So she's already gone, but there are many persons who need to look. And I was on the live of the church, who many persons run to as a safe haven, not knowing that you run into a flame of fire. A lot is being on the shoulder of many of these people. Let me touch on the other part of it. Watchman on the wall of Zion, tell, O tell of the night. Scripture says, if the watchman saw danger and warn not the city, the blood of the people will be upon his shoulder. Yeah. There are so many twists and so many turns right now. The last prophet to walk this earth is Jesus Christ, the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. He is the last prophet. And throughout all the scriptures, whether they redo the scripture or undo the scripture or what they do, you will never find a next. Malachi is the last prophetic book. God has said, he gave the measurement for it. How high, how wide, how. People laughed and said, where are you going to sail this boat? There's no water. The sea is big enough, but he could go. But he intended to be on the sea. Clinical depression on the entire world. Stop and look at it. Anglo-Saxon, which is England. Yeah. And then I could go through many more of them. Yeah. The little arm that pushed up out of. Mm-hmm. Everyone is now gearing to say we are going to go into World War III. In Jamaica, it's recently what the 5th or the 3rd of September, a prime minister's election was run, a general election run. The person who served 2 terms were put back in office. It is not surprising to me, because if you follow the signs of the time, you will understand what the world leaders digital DNA or digital identification. Why you worry? The very phone that we in our hand, information about us, even that we have not given it to it. It is a turning point in the world. Look, in 2018, I think, if it's not 17, is 18, when and they have this leader coming to the, don't know if they did it or whatever. But when I watch the television and watch all the world leaders that marched in, hello, the bread, how are you? Welcome. Welcome. And you could get some of the things that they were saying and what things have put in plan and in place. What is brewing now was to done long time ago. Disobedient of the people. Yes. The people have turned their back as their law, I think it's yesterday or today, it should be, about the digital. Everybody in arms. The Lord has warned. Refuse to listen. He said, the wrath. So it's not him pouring out his wrath. The power who is fighting against the power of God, which they cannot win. But who, with all this power, who is going to suffer is those that are under. I said before, especially in my country, we have sunshine 12 months after. So we don't have to wait until the snow is off to see a little peep of sun. We have sunshine for the 12 months of the year. Many said their hands won't go on the ground unless they fell down. But let me say this. God bless the farmers. God bless those that till the soil. sow into the soil, they will reap tomorrow. There is a saying from some time way back. It said, money in the street, nobody wants it. Drastic change. They have tried and it works. So, okay, get the where we want them. Well, let me say this. Watchman on the wall of Zion of the time. There are many false prophets. Many came out using God's name as a marketplace. It's as if you're selling your remnant. Or to see, they haven't seen it. But he said, woe unto those that have led my people astray. God is going to step in and he's going to step on. Disobedience costs a lot of things. And we are talking about the crypto coin, and we are talking about crypto coin came in and people were sworn into it because everything looks good and sound good. Who will you follow? Will you heed to the word of God or to the leading of man? God said, I have not sent them. This is a coming together. Go back to Revelation and read Revelation, because they have to join hands together. For the destruction, they have to join hands together. Speak the same tongue. They had to have the same mindset. And some of the leaders being bought out because of the big neck, big wigs. The little fish have been swallowed up. A day and a time is coming. The time is coming, not far away. The time is coming. But let me say this. It said there will be going to be running, weeping, and mourning, and gnashing of teeth. Who don't have no teeth, the gum will feel. The people say, give us Barabbas. Liar, the thief, and the he is. Away with Jesus. You don't want him. Him too kind and too truthful. So give us the prisoner. Give us the thief. Give us the extortionist. What we reap, what we sow, what we are going to reap. Your young boys will be thrown to go fight war. Whether they wanted yes or no. The time is winding down. Yes, the time is winding down. A lot of people, when pandemic, they say, oh yes, this is the end of the earth. This is the end of the beginning when the leaders, the powerful men, they tried out what they tried out and they saw that it works and they said, okay, it shall be, where Palestine them call it, ethnic cleansing. So for those that pay using church and using God's name for a marketplace, it's a big market. But everybody find a spot in the market and everybody selling their piece of gospel. Everybody is selling. Go on TikTok, go on the net, and you will see what is happening. Church door closed. And everyone find themselves on the net because they will get more offering. More money will come in. For sure. But God, the serpent, until certain things accomplish, not until certain things happen. He's going to step straight on the serpent. He says, shall crush the head of the serpent. Serpent shall bruise the heel of the woman. Go to Revelation. Read in Revelation. Do not look at it because it's a prophetic book. It's a book that you have to understand before you can really see. But guess what? He said many false prophets are gone out there. Many are saying, I send them, I did not send them, they and I have no convert. I send them nowhere. I didn't tell them to do anything. So for the persons that are still worried about what is going to happen, the first thing we need to worry about is the famine that is going to come on the land. The Bible says there is going to be a famine, not for what, not for even water, but for the word. But there are going to be famine for food. How many countries stop farming? The country of Jamaica, where I from, the big farming that used to put there, it dwindles down to a man with him couple acres of land with doing farming. But brethren, farm, plant enough corn. We're not even getting the corn them that they used to plant. You can put for dry. These, say, pleased to say, corn what them have. They come out of the lab, cannot stand up to nothing. Right? But let God be your judge, be your answers for what is happening. The crypts are kind, and I listen to quite few bloggers. The later was listening, and hello, it's not until when something is going to happen, you know, the news is start ringing out there. This is going to happen. We should be looking onto these things a long time ago. Look at the people who who the people put in to be rulers and leaders. Look at them. But let us save ourselves. Let us save ourselves. Since my internet is going in and out, I will have to complete my life right here. because the internet is going on and off. Okay? Let God be the one. It said every man will have to find back his vine and fig tree. He said they are going to have to beat their weapons in plowshare. So what that tell you? He said they will have to beat their sword and turn it into plowshare. It means where you have to go and destroy a person's life, you will have to use it and make it into a fork or a machete. You're going to have to do that because you're going to need food to eat. Yes. So look here. God bless all of you. God keep you. God provide for you. On another day like this, I will be on. Many persons the pastor. The pastor need to look up to some. Many are looking up to the prime minister. Him cannot help. The help that he's going to give, you're gonna cry. Many are looking up to the leaders of this world. The leaders of this world meant one thing and one thing only. Look down in the Middle East and you will see the coming together. You will see the farming. It is on the eastern side of the world. Look in the sky. The clouds are forming. This is the time when he said, for the ones that don't have no children, will happy. Wanted with the woman that gives suck. So plenty of land and don't on a chop down the woodland them, on a clean up on a land and start farming. Because that is only what we can depend on. And it's only some countries. Because you can't get anything to buy. The amount of money you have won't save you. Because you can't spend it. But the river and the sea will give us fish. The crabs who eat crab will go into the holes and they can catch crab. Yes. Either one, and it may sound funny now and sounds like a joke. But listen to me. God is going to step back and watch what is happening. And when it reached to the point, then so medical depression and the entire world, everybody, they have and they have not, everyone, because they don't know what tomorrow will bring. Okay? Get up from out of the churches. And for those that sit and collect and say, okay, I am, and the Lord said, him say him no send him no gone away. Because if him send him no out to know that go say the right thing to the right people. I'm gonna be closing. The other evening I was standing waiting on the train at the train platform. And I saw a lady walked up to me and said to me, do you read the Bible? I look up on her and I said, why do you ask me that? I just want to know if you read the Bible. And I want to know, why are you asking me that? She said to me, Job, the last book of the Bible? I said, no. She said, which book is the last book, not the Bible, of the Old Testament? Is Job the last book of the Old Testament? I said, no. And she put up her hand. She said, Lord, I don't know. Because she happened to be in a circle with the so called righteous people. And they are on her, come, come. And whether the pastor, whoever him is, leader, whatever him be, said, Job, the Bible, telling her and telling her. And she said she walked away confused. She is there waiting on the same train I am waiting on. But she was there confused, so confused. And she said she's standing there, said, Lord, I don't understand. I don't know. And she said when she turned around, she said, like somebody said to her, ask that lady. And she said she turned around. My back was I don't know what direction she come from, to tell her the truth. Certainly is not in front of me because my face turned to on the track. So it's not in front of me she came. But she came around and she faced me. She said, these people in the church, and she was, so, you know, I'm trying to know because the demons put himself in some position too. Yeah. So she said, so what is the last book of the New Testament? So I started from Job, naming the books down, and I said, Malachi. She said, yes. I said, why did you came to ask me? And she started telling me their story. And she said she don't know who said to her, what voice said to her, come and ask me. Of all the people that were standing on the train platform, full on the either side, the persons waiting on the F train, person waiting on the A train. And the platform was full from back to front. And she chooses, according to the voice said to her, go and because she was so confused. Because of course they are telling her this is it. So I said, read Malachi, because Malachi, it's where God said what will happen and what will. The last prophetic, that prophet that speaketh, the book of Malachi. So from there went on, and all what went on through the New Testament leads us to Revelation. And what is going to happen. Okay? So, thank you for being here with me. We have to know where we stand, who we stand with, and what we stand for. If not, we will fall for everything and anything. And again, to our name just slipped me, that of taking her life with that piece of curtain. Your relative, your friends, be strong. Be strong. You will never ever get an answer. She depart this world. So you can only go off what she had said before. But outside of that, she's at the pearly gate waiting. She's not around When you lay her to rest, that's where she be. Okay? But hold faith. Keep strong. Keep strong. We say depression, we will never ever figure out the working of the brain. Don't matter how much professor, don't matter how many learned doctors, psychologists, you name it. They can never fathom the man's brain. You see how much wire it up? Mm-hmm. So don't matter what it is, they will never fathom what went inside. It is important the type of energy that you attract to yourself. That is what going to resonate with you. So we have to be careful of the type of energies that we attract unto ourselves. Whether in church or the church, wherever, the type of energy. Because energy, they are looking for a place to go. They're looking for a place to live. And when you entertain them, they live within you. And if you think that's a joke, go back to Matthew. He said, when that spirit walked out of you, and if you don't keep that place, he will and step back into you, depending on what type of energy that you attract onto yourself. I'll just say this last thing. A lot of persons saw mental people and they will laugh and make fun of them and say, I don't do these things with them. Because you don't know the type of energy that is with them that will accompany you. Yeah. Sounds funny, but it's true. You got to guard yourself. Guard your mind. You hear the people talk about Freemason and all these things? Think on these things. Think on these things. Think of what you are attracting onto yourself. So you could be educated more and you attract the wrong energy. That is what going to be your love and your company. They found a place to live and they're telling you, oh, when Jesus came out of the 40 days and 40 night fasting, if it is figurative, it is figurative. But there is some knowledge about that. Who approached him? And what energy did approach him? And what did he brought with him? Because if so long you haven't eaten, you must be hungry. So he brought food. Food to fill the hungry stomach. Yes. I can turn these, I can give you everything. Can turn these in a bread. Because you're hungry, I'm going to give you food. Be careful of the type of energy that you attract to yourself. They are in it. They are in it. Next thing you start behaving, and you're wondering, why am I like this? Well, why am I thinking this way? These are the type of energies that you attract onto yourself. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless each and every one of you that listens. For those that have subscribed, thank you very much. For those that listen, thank you. For those that just try making sense of it, thank you for being here. This is the Aquarian channel. Positivity positive. Upward movements. Upwards. Upward. And be careful of the type of churches you're going to. Yeah. Breakdown of yourself don't just come so. The demon do not enter unless you invite him. You left the opening for him. Be careful of the things you listen to and the things you speak and participate in. Thank you very much. Now, take care of yourself. Love yourself. No one can love you like you love yourself. Okay? So, we'll see. Bless. God keep. God comfort.